Welcome to one of the most haunted places in Michigan, where the past refuses to stay buried and restless spirits linger in the shadows. Today, we're uncovering the chilling stories of these eerie locations that are believed to be haunted by those who can never leave. Let's dive into the mysteries that await. 1. Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island, a picturesque haven by day, transforms into a chilling realm of the unknown by night. Beneath its charming facade lies a dark history shrouded in whispers of the supernatural. The Grand Hotel, an opulent structure towering over the island, is said to be built atop an ancient military burial ground. Guests report shadowy figures gliding through its hallways, phantom footsteps echoing in the dead of night, and lights flickering without reason. At Fort Mackinac, soldiers of a bygone era are believed to still march, their ghostly presence felt in the eerie silence of its barracks. Locals tell of spectral voices carried by the wind and the haunting melody of a phantom violin. Mackinac Island, a serene retreat for some, remains a haunting enigma for others brave enough to uncover its spectral secrets. 2. Old City Orphanage, Marquette. The Old City Orphanage in Marquette is a place where the echoes of sorrow refuse to fade. Once known as the Holy Cross Orphanage, it sheltered children, but its walls are said to hold memories far darker than anyone dares to admit. Stories of cruel treatment and tragic deaths haunt its history, and locals claim the building has never been at peace. On stormy nights, passers-by report hearing faint cries of children and the eerie sound of laughter drifting through broken windows. Some have seen shadowy figures darting through the empty hallways, their presence chilling to the bone. Legends tell of a little girl in a white dress who appears at the top of the stairs, her eyes filled with sadness before vanishing into thin air. The Old City Orphanage, abandoned yet alive with spectral energy, stands as a chilling reminder of the pain and secrets it hides. 3. Schaap Point Lighthouse. Perched on the windswept shores of Gulliver, the Schaap Point Lighthouse is more than a beacon for sailors. It's a gateway to the past, where the dead refuse to rest. Built in 1895, this iconic structure is said to be haunted by the ghost of Captain Joseph Townsend, a former keeper who met his end here. Visitors often describe the unmistakable smell of cigar smoke wafting through the air, a signature of the captain himself. Footsteps echo in the empty halls. Doors creak open as if pushed by unseen hands, and the faint sound of a man's voice murmurs from the shadows. Some have reported seeing a ghostly figure in a keeper's uniform standing at the window, staring out at the restless waters. As the light cuts through the night, it illuminates not just the lake, but the lingering spirits of those who once called this lighthouse home. 4. The Whitney Restaurant, Detroit. Once a gilded mansion, the Whitney now stands as a fine dining establishment, but its opulent walls conceal a chilling secret. Built in the late 1800s by lumber baron David Whitney Jr., the house is said to be haunted by the ghost of its original owner. Visitors and staff have reported unexplained phenomena. Lights flicker without cause, voices whisper through empty halls, and cold spots appear suddenly, sending shivers down spines. The most unsettling tale is that of the elevator, which seems to operate on its own, moving between floors as if guided by an unseen hand. Guests have even claimed to see a figure in period clothing gazing out of the windows late at night, only to vanish upon closer inspection. The Whitney's grandeur is undeniable, but for those who dare to linger, it's a gateway to Detroit's spectral underworld. 5. Terrace Inn and 1911 Restaurant, Petoskey. The Terrace Inn and 1911 Restaurant in Petoskey is a place where history whispers through every creaking floorboard and shadowy corner. Built in 1911, this charming inn carries a sinister allure, drawing paranormal seekers from across the country. Guests have reported feeling unseen hands brushing their shoulders, while others wake in the dead of night to see ghostly apparitions standing silently at the foot of their beds. The most infamous spirit is said to be a bride, eternally dressed in white, wandering the halls in search of her lost groom. Lights flicker without warning. The faint melody of old-time music drifts from nowhere, and the air grows icy cold even in the heart of summer. Staff members speak of dishes mysteriously moving and voices calling their names when no one is there. The Terrace Inn remains a beautiful yet unsettling testament to spirits who refuse to leave. 6th, Perry Cheney, once a thriving lumber town in Michigan's dense wilderness, is now a desolate ghost town cloaked in mystery and dread. Its tragic history tells of a smallpox outbreak that decimated the population, leaving behind whispers of a curse. The abandoned cemetery is the heart of its haunting reputation. Visitors report hearing faint whispers carried by the wind and the sound of children's laughter echoing through the trees, though no children are ever seen. Tombstones are said to move on their own, and strange orbs of light flicker in the darkness. Some speak of a shadowy figure lurking near the graves, its presence heavy and foreboding. Locals avoid the area, warning of an unseen force that drains the life from anything that lingers too long. Perry Cheney is more than a forgotten town. It's a chilling reminder of the restless spirits that call it home. 7. Mouth Cemetery, Montague. Hidden deep within the woods of Montague, Mouth Cemetery is a place shrouded in unsettling silence, broken only by the whispers of the wind. As the oldest burial ground in Muskegon County, it holds the graves of pioneers, but locals believe it holds much more than just the dead. Visitors often speak of eerie shadows moving among the headstones and a chilling sensation of being watched. Legends tell of ghostly figures who wander the cemetery at night, their forms barely visible in the moonlight. The air grows heavy, and strange lights have been seen hovering over the graves, vanishing without a trace. Some claim to hear disembodied voices calling out from the darkness, as if the spirits are yearning to tell their stories. Mouth Cemetery is a beautiful, yet harrowing reminder that some souls may never find peace, lingering in the misty veil between the living and the dead. 8. Eloise Asylum, Westland. The Eloise Asylum in Westland, Michigan is a place where the boundaries between the living and the dead blur. Once a massive psychiatric hospital, it housed thousands of patients over the years, many of whom were subjected to horrific treatments and neglect. The abandoned facility stands as a haunting monument to the suffering endured within its walls. Whispers of ghostly voices echo through the empty hallways, and some visitors report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, as if unseen hands are reaching out to pull them deeper into the darkness. The faint sound of footsteps can be heard in the silence, and flickering lights cast eerie shadows in the decaying rooms. Stories tell of a restless spirit, a former patient who wanders the halls searching for escape. Eloise Asylum, long since abandoned, still holds its grip on the souls trapped within, their tormented energy forever etched into the crumbling walls. 9. South Lyon Hotel, South Lyon. The South Lyon Hotel, standing in the heart of Michigan, is a place where history and hauntings intertwine, creating a chilling atmosphere that never quite lets go. This historic hotel, built in the late 1800s, is said to be plagued by the spirits of its past. Guests have reported hearing footsteps echoing through the empty halls, only to find no one there. The elevator, which once served as a lifeline for weary travelers, now operates on its own, rising and falling without anyone inside. Some have seen a shadowy figure in period clothing standing at the end of the hallway, staring into the distance before disappearing into the darkness. The hotel's dining room is no less unnerving. Unexplained cold drafts sweep through, and guests have felt invisible hands brush their shoulders as they sit in silence. The South Lyon Hotel remains a place where the past refuses to stay buried, and the spirits trapped within its walls continue to haunt those who dare to enter. 10th. Fort Wayne, Detroit. Nestled along the Detroit River, Fort Wayne stands as a stark reminder of a time long past, its crumbling walls echoing with the restless spirits of soldiers and forgotten souls. Built in the mid-1800s, the fort was once a bustling military outpost, but its eerie reputation has grown over the years. Those brave enough to venture into its decaying structures have reported strange occurrences. Ghostly figures in military uniforms wandering the barracks, their footsteps hollow against the stone floors. Visitors often hear the distant sound of drums and marching boots, though the fort lies abandoned. Cold, clammy air fills the old tunnels, and some claim to have felt an unseen presence breathing down their necks. At night, the once vibrant fort is silent, except for the occasional clink of chains or the soft murmur of voices from the past. Fort Wayne remains a place where the living are not alone. Its spirits still fight their battles in the shadows. These haunting places in Michigan remind us that the past is never truly gone. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, there's no denying the eerie energy that surrounds these locations. If you enjoyed this eerie tour, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-tingling content. Stay safe and keep your eyes open. Who knows what might be watching?